How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I quickly just wanted to give my thoughts on the Atlanta Reign pulling off a massive upset victory against the NYXL. I think I can speak for 99% of people when I say that this was very unexpected. Seeing the struggling Atlanta Reign, who had just recently lost to the winless at the time LA Valiants, absolutely crushed the NYXL was quite the treat. The NYXL had been destroying everybody this stage so far, so seeing them get rolled had me all sorts of confused. Who would have thought that the Atlanta Reign of all teams would give the NYXL their first regular season loss of the year? This game kind of reminds me of when the Fusion upset the NYXL last year during Stage 1. It gives off the same kind of vibe where this underdog team that no one is giving a chance just comes out of nowhere and ends up stunning New York. I know the Fusion were good and all last year, but they were still trying to figure things out during this time, and they had yet to discover the hidden talents of EQO. The Reign did things a little bit differently, however, because this game did not go to this super intense 5-map series where the Reign ended up pulling off the win. They won in 3 straight maps, and there were times where this game was not even close. I mean, seriously, the Reign killed it last night. I don't know if I've ever seen a regular season game where the NYXL just got stomped. I mean, we've seen them struggle in the playoffs, but never in some random regular season game. The maps were somewhat close, but we haven't seen New York drop 3 maps in a row since the last time they got reverse swept, which I believe was against the Gladiators during Stage 4 last year, if I remember correctly. I'm sure that some of you missed out on this incredible upset, so let me do a quick recap of how this game went down. So the first map was Busan, and this game was pretty tightly contested. Both parts of the map went in favor of the Reign, 100-99. One other thing worth noting about this map is that Daco made his return to the starting lineup, and in case you missed it, yesterday we did find out the reason behind Daco's benching, and it was in fact because of some behavior issues. If you're new to my channel or did not get the opportunity to watch my previous video, then allow me to quickly sum up what Daco was apparently doing. So basically the Reign were fed up with Daco because he was being a horrible teammate. He was constantly throwing and being a disruption during scrims and other team activities. He was also supposedly cursing at his non-Korean teammates when they lost to the Fusion during the Stage 1 playoffs. There were also a few other things, but I'm going to spare you all of the details just so we can keep on moving. Just know that the Reign decided to punish Daco for his supposed behavior issues by benching him for the first 2 weeks of Stage 2. I have to admit it though, Daco clearly was a difference maker during this map and for the rest of the series that he was a part of. The Reign just seemed to have more energy and fight in them when compared to the first 2 weeks of the stage. If the stories of Daco are true, then maybe he realized that he was being a bad teammate and reformed during his week 2 suspension, allowing him and his team to grow and get closer with one another. Map number 2 of this series was Temple of Anubis, and this was yet another somewhat close game. The Reign started things off with a decent attack where they did manage to finish the map and they had a little bit less than a minute less in their time bank. The NYXL also managed to complete the map, but they struggled a lot more than the Reign did to do so. They completed the map in overtime, so they only had a minute on their attack, and they basically just crumbled under Atlanta's strong defense, which was led by Erster's really strong Junkrat play. Now the Reign only needed 1 tick to win the map, and they did it without much resistance at all from New York. One other thing worth noting about this map is that Atlanta subbed in FRD, otherwise known as Fried, for Daco, and if I'm going to be completely honest, I failed to notice any sort of performance drop-off when compared to the times Daco played. The Reign may have found a strategy that worked for them where they played Daco most of the time, but then used Fried as either a 2CP specialist or when they want to incorporate more Sombra into their comps. After the halftime break, we moved on to map 3, which was King's Row, and this is where we would see Daco just come back in for the rest of the series. Atlanta once again had a strong showing on their attack by completing the map with over a minute left in their time bank. Then there's New York. These guys were really struggling, and I mean, they were frustrated. The Reign looked absolutely dominant on their defense, and it got to the point where the NYXL were getting spawn camped, and it's not like the Reign did this for 1 or 2 fights either. The NYXL were stuck in their spawn for about 3 minutes, and it was at this moment that I finally realized the Reign were firmly in control of this game. Although the NYXL would finish the map, you could tell that it probably wasn't going to matter. They were pretty lost by this point in the match, and the Reign capitalized on that by full holding them on point A and getting the 1 tick they needed after just 1 team fight. And there you go. That's a quick recap of how the Reign were able to dismantle one of the top 3 teams in the league after just 3 maps. I'm still in shock that this ended up happening. Atlanta was in danger of self-destructing after their rough start to Stage 2, and all hope really seemed lost. I am so proud of these guys. Now this is the kind of win that can help save your season. I'm sure that Atlanta's confidence is at an all-time high right now. The Reign appear to be trending upward right now. They beat the NYXL and Daco is back, and he appears to be better than ever. I would be really happy if I was an Atlanta fan right now. This drama just came out of nowhere about one of your star players, and then just a few hours later, you crush one of the best teams in the league. Looking at this from the NYXL side of things, it is a little bit different. I'm assuming they just had an off day like most other teams do once in a while, so I don't want to read too much into this since it's just 1 game, but I am a little worried about these guys moving forward. Seeing them get outplayed this hard against a team they probably should have beat makes me want to pay extra attention to them coming into their next game. However, if they play poorly again, then that could be a sign that the team is slumping. But don't worry about this too much, New York fans. I don't think you guys should be concerned yet. And hey, you guys get another shot at Atlanta at the beginning of May. A chance to get some revenge is just around the corner. With that being said, that's everything I got for you guys today. If you did enjoy today's content, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, this is ATP, signing out. Peace.